You know what the best thing about people who make Diablo videos is? They save you a lot of time. Like this right here is basically a meme build just using Death Trap for damage on the rogue, an ultimate ability, which historically in Diablo 4 isn't that viable. But we can take out Lilith very easily with this build, and here is a tier 101 pit. And look at those elites, they just disappear like paper or butter on a hot summer's day. I have a thing for unique builds, unique playstyles that I haven't tried before and I haven't seen other people play before, so I think this definitely fits into that bucket. There's a lot of pulling together monsters and just blowing them up. It's very satisfying and yeah, just different, which the Season 5 PTR, which this is what I'm playing, has enabled this through a couple new uniques and some buffs here and there that makes this somewhat viable. I think lately in Diablo 4 it's been all about the pit and who can push the most and deal billions of damage, exploiting the biggest bug in the game currently. And I think we've forgotten about a lot of skills that aren't as strong, but actually are a lot of fun to play. And here you can see the boss damage isn't even that bad in a pit tier 101. And look here, I almost die, but then I just press my Dark Shroud and I'm immune. This build is unique in that way that it's quite hard to die, because most of the time we are indeed immune. So let me show you the gear and things that enable this build. First off, the pants, obviously Ice in the Dark, they've always been in the game, but they've been buffed in the last couple seasons. Now we have Flicker Step to reduce our cooldown. We're also going to be using Exposure for that. This chest keeps us immune and actually adds a lot of shadow damage. And then of course this dagger kind of amplifies all of the AoE damage that we do. And because it spawns 2 shades, we can Flicker Step through them to reduce our cooldown. And look at the tempers here. Trap cooldown reduction on both our rings and our amulet. And then look at the second temper. Damage on next attack after entering stealth. And every time we drop Death Trap, it's gonna be after stealth. So that's a huge damage bonus. And of course, we use Preparation to reset all of our cooldowns all the time. So we start off by clicking Shadow Imbue, and we use our dash to activate the Shadow Imbue and also our Eldritch Bounty, as well as our Fluidity Paragon Glyph, and keep on clicking Dark Shroud, and there's even a visual for when we're immune from our chest. Keep in mind that we cannot reset its cooldown until the immunity is over, so there's always going to be like a 0.2 seconds in between each Dark Shroud where we are not immune. And then finally, we combine Concealment to guarantee our crit for our Death Trap, so these are always used in conjunction with each other. And here's what it looks like in action. In between all of the skills, we're spamming Puncture to trigger Exposure, but also to reduce our Evade cooldown and even freeze our enemies. Let me show you the skills. Of course, we're using Puncture, not a single core skill. We're picking up a ton of passives here. These are buffed since the latest Season 5 patch. Then we have Concealment to guarantee our crit. This is key for the damage of this build. And as you can see, we're actually using 2 imbuements and even poison. So how do we get this? It's through the Pestilent Points aspect and Cold Clip to freeze things. The fun thing about this build is that you can customize it in a lot of ways, using a core skill instead of Puncture to trigger Starless Skies and the new helm. Now let's look at the Paragon Board. Starting off with Versatility, and then in the No Witness board we have Fluidity, and these rare nodes in conjunction with diamonds in our weapons give us the 35% No Witness bonus. Moving on to the Deadly Ambush board with Ambush, fittingly enough, and then this rare node to reduce our cooldown even more. And then we have Exploit Weakness. It's quite bugged and overpowered, but yeah, we have Devious there. And in the Eldritch Bounty board we have Canny, finishing off with Cheap Shot and the Control Glyph. Thanks for watching.